What's up, everybody? It's the Koosh Doctor here, going with live PvP day 2. Sorry, my OBS is being a little weird today, so it's not letting me do everything the way I normally would be able to, but we will head in here. Only got a little bit left. So hopefully we can try and earn some extra crates here. We have learned a few things from yesterday. Right now I'm using an all Imperial team just because it is part of my um, daily quests, but I will switch things up a little bit, probably in the second half here, just to show you guys some different characters so we can see how they do. Again, we have learned a few things from the other day, so thanks to everybody who was commenting on the video and helping us out. That's been super awesome, and hopefully we'll be able to get some victories here today, see if we can do a couple of things right. Invicta is super, super powerful with herself being able to do all the AoE damage. That's extremely helpful. And you also have to be careful for characters who have the AoE, because if you're grouping your team up like this, it can be a little bit dangerous. Uh, we'll see who they're going to come after here, but it seems like whoever has the first turn has a huge advantage as I've been playing more because you move up right in front of your danger zone, and then whoever is player 2 either has to sit back and lose, or they have to try to come forward and get all their characters killed. So that can be pretty difficult and frustrating. I'm still working on trying to figure out how if you get second turn, you can manage to pull a victory off, so we'll see how things go. If these two manage to survive, Incisus can jump up and do a whole bunch of healing right here. So that's going to be pretty helpful. Um, we'll slide him in here. We'll get everybody healed back up. That should work out pretty well. We'll see if we can jump him back here. That way, you also have to be careful, of course, sometimes to not kill yourself when you are doing all this fire damage over here. So that can be something to keep an eye out for too. And the other thing that I've realized is when you are using our boy here, Yarick, you don't want to use his summons on Bellator. It definitely seems like they really don't do much damage at this stage, so you want to try and use Yarick's summons on one of the other characters that has lower armor value. Should help. And also big thanks to Toast, who commented on my video. If you can see the gold crown here for Bellator, that's the one who's the main character. So that's the one you use when you are trying to take out their main character in this PvP. So that's something that's super important and extremely helpful. Thanks again to Toast for helping me out with that one. We're trying. If I can get a kill here. He's down to his Bellator and his Yarick. Ooh, that was a big kill. Jeez. She was pretty strong there, huh? That was painful. Yeah, I wasn't having much luck when I was running the All Imperial team last night. Um, I mean, as we've seen and we've talked about a bunch of times already, summoners are just way too powerful right now, and it's hard to overcome. So you need to keep an eye out for where you're moving forward for the AoE. Invicta being on one side hurts, and then having Tigurius on the other side. Um, it just, it's tough to really be able to move forward um, without getting killed. So he got the first turn. So we can either try and sit back, but usually by the time we get to, yeah, you'll see there's not really anywhere I can go without getting myself killed. we'll move him up, see what we can do from there. Maybe we'll be able to move him across. Took a little bit of damage there, but we'll be able to heal him back up. And again, make sure you're paying attention to where your guys are moving in from. That way you don't accidentally, like I still want to keep him behind my Bellator because Bellator's a little bit tankier and automatically it would have run him up over here, which isn't the way to go. Harkin's actually been pretty strong too. He's got some really good movement, and as he kills people, he adds damage, which is really neat. So he also drops their armor down, which can be pretty dangerous at times. He should take them out here with his Tigurius. Yep. See, when you have second turn, I'm still working on trying to figure out how in the heck you're supposed to win the match. Because when you have first turn, you just move your characters up right outside of the danger zone. The second person has to commit, and then the first person just dives in and kills everybody. So Bellator being up front is usually pretty tanky, but then he's moved to the point now where there's really nowhere I can hide at this point in time, right? So maybe you try to take a point or two. Again, if you can get lucky and take out their summoners, that's great. And if you can't, you're usually in trouble. So now he'll have Yarick who can summon. Invicta's going to take out 82,000 million of my characters. He'll jump in and summon some guys. So it's just, we're going to have to play with a few different ideas, but going second just seems like a death sentence right now. It may be too, because I'm playing my Imperial characters. We may switch over and see if we can do things. Actually, I guess we may as well switch over now because it's getting kind of annoying getting whooped every single time. So we'll go Bellator. I also got a few of the orc characters last night, which is really cool. Golgor seems like an absolute beat stick, so we'll try doing a few with him, see how those things work out, see if we can win some more battles here. I don't get to go first again, so we'll see if having a different team is going to help this time. But Boss Golgorts is super cool. He's got some pretty strong abilities. He can run in and attack and shoot, so a lot of times having the ability again to do damage to multiple targets is going to be really helpful. Something I have figured out too with Certus is that if you're going against an enemy Certus, you can get off your Mortis round without getting in range of him, so that can be really helpful. Might run in here and try to smack somebody. Maybe not yet. We'll see. So at least if I can get in and take a couple of points over, that can be really helpful. But again, they're really not doing a whole lot of damage here with his shots, so you really got to get him in close. I haven't found the Wog yet to be super helpful for him, but just his standard base stats, he's got a bunch of health, he can do some damage in close combat, and again, having the ability to do damage to multiple targets is extremely helpful. So again, Invicta, I mean, Tigurius I don't think is that good overall and in the PvP, but at least you have him here to do some AoE damage, so that can be pretty helpful. Dang it. See, again, I messed that up. I should have I should have run all the way up to the front before I did my attack. So that was my fault. I don't listen to myself sometimes, but you need to make sure your characters are going where you want them to go instead of just stopping here to shoot instead of running all the way up so I could have killed somebody there. And it's frustrating, but it is what it is. You live, you learn. We're all figuring this thing out together, right? So see now, if this ding dong hadn't have been on the point, then I would have been able to just jump on the point and finish the game off. So we'll see if the other guy I'm playing against isn't smart enough to jump on a point and he just runs in and tries to kill people, then all I have to do is, well, actually, if he takes out Aleph Null, then I won't have enough movement to be on the point. One of the other things I've found that's very nice is having characters like Aleph Null and Bellator are really strong because they can fly and they have a lot of movement. Um, so that can be extremely helpful when you're going through there. I really like Golgorts. Um, but the other thing that can be kind of neat, we'll show you a little bit here with um, Tank Smasher, is having the ability to run across as well. Um, and figuring out yesterday that you can actually run, oh my lord. Oh, because he's got Harkin. So see, here's the other thing too. When you are using the danger zone, it doesn't mean any of their characters can get to you. It means at least one of their characters can get to you. So the problem here is that even though the whole zone is showing red, most of it is because Harkin can get all the way across the map. So if he manages to come over here, that's fine. But hopefully he won't be able to get all the way over. And again, now um, you have characters like Bellator and Alifnol who you can hide behind some of these zones, and then they can jump over. Because you'll notice on some of these maps where you've got things like the barbed wire, or you got hills or things that you can't run over with your normal troops, they have the ability to just fly around the map and do things, so that can be extremely helpful. And of course, when you're using your summons, always try to pay attention to where you're summoning and what's going to be the most useful spot. Um, Obviously, if I come up here, he will have 1, 2, 3 slots he should be able to summon on. So hopefully, nope, I guess it didn't let him summon there. Oh, because we'll have a video where we talk about terrain, but it is a pain in the butt right now. Because you'll see, even though it looks like they're next to each other on one block, because it's up 2 levels, you still need a ranged attack to get to him. So you can't just attack him with a close combat, and it's very deceiving. That's one of the big things you have to get used to in this game, is just seeing where the terrain is. It's not something that you really pay attention to until you need it, and then it's a huge pain in the butt. Oh, he's got Noble sitting back there not doing anything. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Let's see if we can get a cheap kill. Huh. I guess that's not a spot up in that corner, so that sucks. I got 1 kill there. So we'll see if he's smart enough to just jump on a point over here, because Harkin should be able to get all the way over to that point. If he's not, and I can either take out Harkin, um, or just jump. Oh my lord. Okay. Now I should just be able to jump on that point and win, right? Okay. That's why you have to pay attention. Don't get bloodthirsty. Pay attention to how many squares you've got, how many you need to win, because you'll notice as you get up to the higher levels, the people are going to start figuring that out, but you still occasionally get the people who don't really pay attention to it. Hopefully, a lot of us have got our um, Malletus leveled up because we've been getting a lot of Malletus shards from this event. So that's been pretty cool. Again, second turn. We'll see if we can figure out how to make this work. But I'm actually really liking, in my next tier video, I'm really going to move the orcs around. I've had some more time to play with them, some more time to see them, and they've got some really, really good characters right now, which is cool. But one of my favorites is Golgorts. Again, he's pretty strong, right? So he's got the ability to block some things, but the big part is being able to run in, try to kill stuff, and then after he kills something, or after he even attacks in melee, his little dude up on top will attack stuff as well. So again, having the ability to double attack things is extremely helpful. So thankfully his Aleph Null wasn't close enough to summon, so I'll be able to take his Aleph Null out before he summons, and then hopefully I'll be able to get the Invicta here as well. We'll see. Oh, I don't have enough spots to move up, so I guess we'll just sit back. See, again, I did that a little too quickly. I should have been paying attention, but if you are paying attention, you can make sure the Aleph Null jumps on the point and then does his little summons. So we'll hop over here, then we'll kill Invicta. So now I only need to get one more. He's still got his Aleph Null, which can summon. He's got his Bellator, and then he's got his Tigurius. So yep, we're assuming he was going to do that. Now we'll see if he actually jumps on a point. If he doesn't choose to jump on a point, then I should be able to jump over with my Bellator and finish it off. All right, so that was very smart of him. So you will see that happening now as we get up into those higher ranks. People are going to be smarter about using the points. Um, so now, thankfully, my guy jumped on there, but then my other guy jumped on top of it. I got the kill on Tigurius, but that's one of the quote unquote dangers I guess you have with your summons, is that there's a chance that they are going to jump onto a point and block your own team from being able to get on there. And I don't know why this trial of faith isn't working with arena battles. Last night when I was doing it, it was working just fine on on the arena battles. It was giving me credit for these arena battles as well as the other ones, but for some reason when I logged on this morning, it stopped. So I'm assuming that's a glitch, but I don't know if it was a glitch last night and um, they didn't want it to have credit for both arenas, or if it was a glitch from today and they do want it to have both credits, but still trying to get through that event. We of course want to get our Roswitha leveled up as much as we can. Oops, that may not have been the best idea I've ever had. So now Bellator's going to get taken out, which sucks. But sometimes you just have to make the first move, right? You have to see if you can invite people in. And if I can get him to waste enough resources. Good God, Golgorts, what are you doing, dude? Maybe I don't want to use Golgorts anymore. He is just getting destroyed. Well, so if I get lucky here, my Bellator jumped on top of it. I got the kill on Tigurius, but that's one of the quote-unquote dangers I guess you have with your summons, is that there is a chance that they are going to jump onto a point and block your own team from being able to get on there. And I don't know why this Trial of Faith isn't working with arena battles. Last night when I was doing it, it was working just fine on on the arena battles. It was giving me credit for these arena battles as well as the other ones, but for some reason when I logged on this morning, it stopped. So I'm assuming that's a glitch, but I don't know if it was a glitch last night and um, they didn't want it to have credit for both arenas, or if it was a glitch from today and they do want it to have both credits, but still trying to get through that event. We of course want to get our Roswitha leveled up as much as we can. Oops, that may not have been the best idea I've ever had. So now Bellator's going to get taken out, which sucks. But sometimes you just have to make the first move, right? You have to see if you can invite people in. And if I can get him to waste enough resources. Good God, Golgorts, what are you doing, dude? Maybe I don't want to use Golgorts anymore. He is just getting destroyed. Well, so if I get lucky here, my Bellator will survive, and then I can at least use him for some summons. Yep. So that was nice. God. Some of these summons are just painfully powerful. And actually, Archimatos is usually the one with the powerful summons. His little demons do way too much damage for a summons. It's a little ridiculous. Yeah, I think we are going to take Mr. Golgorts out for a little bit. Um, he's been pretty good when I've been running him in the other areas. Um, so maybe having Tank Smasher here, just the threat of having more damage around, or I can try running Harkin a couple of times and see if his range, because one of the things that's nice about Tank Smasher too is he has a big range, so it might scare the other team off from coming in too close. We'll see. Yeah, Gibbous Scraps is kind of cool with him being able to give extra armor defense to the guys next to you, so we will see how helpful that can be. Having the ability to move people around, I think, is going to be kind of cool, so we'll see if we can make that work out. So, again, one of the cool things about Tank Smash is you get in their face and you make them spend resources on him, right? If they're wasting resources back here trying to kill him, then that allows me to move up and take point spots and get my characters in range to do some more damage. But again, these, like, the demons are just crazy strong. They do good damage against people with armor, they do good damage with people with no armor. It's just extremely strong. But I'm sure they'll change that, so if you have him, take advantage of it while you can. And if you don't, I mean, just keep an eye out for him. God bless. Um, that was a bummer. Both of them just didn't quite take enough damage. But see, I mean, his demon just one-shotted my Certus. Um, and that's just stupid. Um, there's no reason I should get taken out from a demon on a one-shot. It's fine if three of them have to jump in and take out one of my characters. Um, and now the crappy thing here is there's not really anything I can do. I've got one character left. Um, I can move over here, but if he's smart, he's just going to jump on one of the points unless I get lucky. Yeah. So it's just, those demons do so much damage, it's pretty painful. I should though. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Um, I should have Archimados on this account, but maybe I don't. Um, huh, that's weird. I never realized that, but oh no, I do. I don't. I've just been letting him get killed too easily, I guess. This is what I get. It's early in the morning here, so I am just barely awake. Right. But see, here again is another one of those stages where it's difficult because I've got all this barbed wire in my way. So I either have to go around here with my foot characters or around here with my foot characters, except for the ones that can jump in. So we'll see if maybe we can play a little cagier here. We'll see if we can get him separated out because he's trying to get this little brick in the middle so that they can all work off each other. I would love to get in Isabella. Isabella is super strong if you can ever get her. The ability to heal people and around her, bring people back to life. She also does a good amount of damage, which is just silly. But I mean, look at that. I can't even take her out with 3 demons, which we've already seen in the past. Oh, and of course I jumped him on. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this one unless we get really lucky. God, that's just stupid. Now, I sat him on barbed wire, which was dumb of me. Um, but still, the fact that one demon can one-shot a character is just goofy. Yeah, now I'm down to Archimados. Oh, that was painful. At least you guys get to watch me make mistakes, right? So you don't have to do it on your own. Hopefully you're all sitting here realizing what I'm doing wrong and yelling at me, so things will get better for you. But I mean, they've got a pretty good, a decent variety of maps. I really like the one map that gives you like point here, point here, point here. So, you can spread out. And then, of course, some teams are going to do a little bit better when you are all kind of in the middle. Yeah, it seems like when you push one character back into another, sometimes you can actually get a little bit more damage on them. So I just did that so that he would take the hit, so that I'll still be able to move in. Um, let's see if we can kill the librarian. Alright, so we got him out of the way. Just trying to clog the board over here a little bit, just to make it harder for him to move around and do things. But see, like a demon or a Cadian or something stupid can jump in and take most of my characters out. I don't have a ton of things on there, but it's just summons are way, way, way too strong right now. Like one Scarab Swarm took out my character. I might get lucky here and get another demon, which is cool. Yeah, so he's still got 3 left, and I've got 2 characters that are almost dead. He only needs to get 1. He should be able to come over and get Archimatos, I would think, but instead, for some reason, he went, unless he misclicked. Makatep should have the range to get Archimatos. I don't know if he's... That was really weird. Just couldn't do enough damage right there. Usually, though, Certus can do some pretty good damage into Bellator. That's one of the things that I've figured out that is pretty nice. Usually he can get in. And I will say, Certus is definitely a lot more useful in these game modes than he is in the standard one. Only having one attack really hurts, but the ability to overwatch and be able to move in and overwatch the point, as well as having some decent range and being able to do some fairly high single target damage makes him very, very useful in these PvP modes. We've been going for 30 minutes, so we've only got a few matches left. I won't keep you guys all day here today, but uh, get a free summon right there. Sometimes you can't tell where this light color is. At least I can't. Crap! I didn't think... I thought I was too many squares away, but I guess these don't count as a square. I have no clue. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Because his Overwatch should be 3 units away. So that was unfortunate. Oh, maybe I'll get lucky and he'll survive for a little bit. But he wasted a Certus bullet on a demon, so... And it was one of my free demons. Yeah, so if he doesn't pay attention and he is just focused in on this bottom section, I can just jump Certus up onto a point and finish this one off. I don't know as though he'll have enough damage right now, though, to get me anyways. I'm trying to find ways to use Incisus. Um, I hope there's ways of making him better. There are game modes where he can be helpful, and having him up to his 2nd rank, so sometimes he can revive guys right next to him is really cool. It's almost like a feel no pain in the tabletop version of the game, but um, hopefully that will at least make him useful at some point in time, because right now he's not hyper useful. this is probably, I guess, the last match we'll do for now. I'll try to make some more videos on it in the future, but the fun thing will be doing a new tier list involving this PvP. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know how close I really want to get here. So we'll see what he's going to do. Drop a couple of Bellators down, which is fine. Bellators generally are very annoying. Um, if they're attacking the scarabs, that part's a pain. Jeez, this Tigurius did a ton of damage. If they're going after the scarabs, then that's a bit of a pain. Ooh, he went for my Harkin instead. Nice. I unfortunately, though, don't have a ton of resources here. I probably should have summoned someone with Archimatos because I'm sure he's gonna die now, but um, I don't know as though it was necessarily worth it. Yeah, all he has to do is jump on a point if he figures that out. Maybe he won't. God, it's painful sometimes. You just feel like you get crushed in arena. And again, when you're the one going second, um, it just, I don't know. It feels very, very annoying because it doesn't feel like you can really do anything. I accidentally just spent some stones instead of watching a video, but at least you guys don't have to wait for me to watch a video, so there's that. And again, we're going second, so we will see if we can pull this out. But, you know, as people figure out things like these game modes, that's what happens, right? So, um, try running him down the middle. Oh, I guess there's a wall there that he can't go through, so that is extremely helpful. And so again, that's going to be the power again of your Certus is if you can take out one of his characters or one of the other team's characters before they can really do anything to you, um, then that sucks pretty bad. And it's really just a matter of trying to figure out um, who can take out whose characters before they can do what they need to do, right? But again, when you go first, you move up right outside of the danger zone. And then when you go second, you need to make a commitment generally because once they're up to right outside the danger zone, they can generally jump in and get you if you're just sitting back. So, oh, that was nice. At least he got the kill off when he did. We're just going to leave him back here. I just don't. That's frustrating. So they'll fix it. It's a fun game mode, you know. It's one of those things in these games. Once people figure out the tricks, they'll do pretty well. So that's why we all work together. Come hang out with us in the Discord. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you soon.